Hello Dolls and Dorks, this is Kianara and Lucifer and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new Dolly update video for you because I have a lot of things to tell you. Over the past month, I believe it was since my last Dolly update video, a lot of things have happened. New dolls have come in, I have even sold one or two. I've gotten dolls in that just didn't work. I've got a whole lot of things that have happened, and even so much so that I had to make a list of everything so I wouldn't forget to tell you anything. And the first thing that I actually wanted to start off with is all the new dollies that have come in, because there's a lot of dollies that have come in over this past month. Now, for those who have watched my previous Dolly update video, you guys probably already know that I have sold a lot of dolls over the past 3 to 4 months. I've sold pretty much 12 or 13 dolls, I believe. So just dolls that just didn't work for me anymore, for one reason or another. If you want to know the details about that, then I would suggest you watch my other Dolly update video, because that's the video I ramble about all those things and why I have sold so many dolls. And because I have sold so many of my dolls, I was able to buy quite a few dolls back for that money that I have been given for the dolls that I've sold. And I have a few that are still somewhere in the air, in the airplane, somewhere on the way to me, but most of them have already come in. One of them is this dude. There is a reason he's here, and that is exactly the reason, because he is one of my new dudes. Now I'm going to make a new Dolly introduction video for all the dolls that have come in, all the new dolls, so you can get to know them a little, how they have come to be in my life and stuff like that. So he is going to get a new Dolly introduction video as well. So keep an eye out for those if you want to know more about this lovely man, my lovely black man. He is kind of all black. But yeah, he is one of my new dolls, and I have to check my list so I don't forget any of them. So it's Lucifer, and I have Maddox, I have a Switch Rion R head that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with just yet. It's going to be either Rave or Caleb, but I'm not sure about that just yet. But you will find out that as soon as I know, and as soon as I have made a new Dolly introduction video about that head. I have also had Sam, I have had Kate, I've got Cookie, I've got Aspen. It's just a whole lot of dolls. And yeah, these are some of these dolls. They are reshells. Some of these dolls are new characters. I believe, let me see, Cookie is a new character, Lucifer is a new character, Sam is a new character, Aspen, Kate, and Maddox, they are new character or reshells. They're not new, they're reshells. So yeah, I've had a lot of dolls come in, and I am absolutely happy with all the dolls that I've gotten, and especially with this dude, because he is just so pretty, don't you think? So pretty. But in that mess of incoming dolls were a few dolls that were a little bit of a fail, so to say. For example, I had bought a Switch Teo, I don't know how you say that, Teo, something like that. But I had bought that head initially to be Brandon, and it came in and I was like, okay. It's a little bit smaller than I had anticipated compared to my other Switch boy. And I looked it up, and it's really supposed to be smaller. I just didn't know that. I didn't see that before I bought him. So yeah, I just thought, well, okay, I'm gonna give it a shot, you know. Whenever a doll comes in and I have doubts the moment I open the package, I always think to myself, okay, dolls can be ugly without a face up, or without a wig, or without eyes. They just don't look nice. Give them a shot, give them a face up, style them, give them a wig, eyes, the whole shebang, and maybe you'll fall in love with him then, because it has happened in the past that I just got a doll blank head in and I was like, you're ugly. And then I gave him the full treatment and I was like, oh my god, you're so pretty, you're so awesome, you're so cool. So it has happened to me before, and so I went in, I even made him a custom wig, a custom yarn wig, I gave him a face up, I gave him eyes, I gave him clothes, I gave him everything, and it didn't really work. It didn't work at all. So that was kind of a shame, and I was stupid enough to try and convince myself that it was working. And oh no, it's working, it's perfectly fine, it's really Brandon. And it's when my best friend said, are you really happy with him this way? And that's kind of the moment I had to be honest to myself and like, no, I'm not. It's not working for me. I don't know why it's not working for me, because the head is beautiful. It's an amazing sculpt, and I do still think it's an amazing sculpt, but it just didn't work for me. And I wasn't able to find another character for him that would suit his features. I just couldn't find a character in my wish list that was like, yes, that's him, but no. So I ended up selling this head to my best friend, and she is absolutely happy with him. So yeah, that kind of makes me happy too, you know, that he has gone to a good home, to someone who is truly happy having him. And yeah, so that is what happened to my Teho, switch Teho, tie, to that one. There's another doll that I bought, and this one was actually bought from my best friend, and that was my Ramcube Althea. When I bought him initially, I thought, oh my god, he's going to be Aspen. Yes, I looked up photos online, and I looked up some owner pictures, and I looked at pictures of the company, and I was like, yes, oh my god, this is going to work. He will look amazing next to Yuri and next to Ryan, who are Aspen's brothers. This will work out perfectly. Until I got him, and I put him next to Alex, next to Yuri, and then put him next to Ryan, and it was like, no, this is not working. But like I said, I'm stubborn, and I thought that it was his face up, because he had a company face up, and it was perfectly orange. He had orange blushing on his cheeks, on his chin, on his, yeah. What just wasn't like a peachy kind of blushing. No, it was orange, like sometimes lots can do, you know, they come with orange blushing. And it just didn't really work for me. And the face up, the eyes, he had just one color over the entire eyelid, and that's it. There was no depth to it, just one color, solid color, and that was it. So yeah, I thought, no, this company face up, it ain't working for me. So I removed the face up, I gave him a face up of my own, and it helped. He looks a lot better right now. But that's when I took him to a meetup to actually put him next to his lover, which belongs to a doll friend of mine. And I was like, no, this is not working. I mean, he looks like ridiculous next to his lover. And that kind of confirmed for me that this mold was not meant to be Aspen. And so yeah, I was left with a Ramcube Althea head, like, what am I gonna do with you? Am I going to sell you? Am I going to try and make some character of my wish list? So that's what I did. I went to my wish list, to my character wish list, and see if there was a character in there that would fit his features. So I looked and I came up blank, just like I had with the switch head. But with the switch head, I just had a complete other feeling of desperation and frustration. Like, oh my god, what do I do with you? And with his Althea head, I was like, but I don't want to sell you because you're really pretty. And I like you and I love you and I don't want you to go, but I'm not sure what I want to do with you. So I had to break a rule that I had made for myself some time ago, to not make any new characters. But I had already kind of broken the rule with this dude, because he was not on that wish list as well. I kind of broke the rule with him, making a new character for him. So I was like, yeah, well, I already broke the rule once, so why not do it a second time? And it actually kind of really worked out for me, because I hadn't been having doubts about Ryan. And I was just like, yeah, Ryan, you're really pretty and I like you, but I just have no connections for you. And connections with dolls within my crew are very important to me. If I have a doll that doesn't have more than 2 or 3 connections within my own doll crew, I can't really bond with them. So, and I was having that kind of trouble with Ryan. He was only connected to Yuri and Aspen, and I kind of had him. I thought I would want to link him up with Alex, but that just didn't work out, because like Alex, he works as a dance teacher, and I don't see Ryan doing that, or I couldn't find any other reason why those two would know one another. So at that meet, I had Ryan with me, and I had that Althea hat with me, and they were laying on the ground next to one another, and I was like, this actually looks really good. They actually look really nice next to one another. What can I do with this? I can do something with this, but what? That was the question. So I went to thinking, what kind of connection could I make? Could they be friends? Could they even be more than friends? I'm not quite sure about that subject just yet, but I know they are at least friends, and they know one another through basketball. And I'm not going to tell you the entire story, because I will leave that for the new Dolly introduction video of Sam, because Sam is what I named that Althea boy. Althea, that one, the Rem Cube one. Yeah, I named him Sam. It's a name that I have used before in one of my other dolls. It was a little USD Zoom doll, which I called Sam or Sammy. And I do really love that name, so I kind of recycled the name and gave it to the Rem Cube. So yeah, his name is Sam, and he is friends with Ryan. They know each other through basketball, and Sam is also Alex's brother. I think I might do that. I'm not sure about that yet. Just as I'm not sure if what am I saying? If Sam and Ryan are going to end up as lovers. I do think they are in the end, because they do look really nice next to one another, and they kind of have a little bit of a chemistry, you know what I mean? So I think I might end up doing that, just to make the connection a little bit more strong, so to say. And yeah, those are some things that have happened. I've made 2 new characters, and what I also did, and we're coming back to Ryan right now, because Ryan's story wasn't really one that was working for me. I kind of changed his background story. Now he's still Yuri's and Aspen's brother, but he no longer works with Alex. He is still in school, because I made him a little bit younger. I actually made him a Yuri's twin brother instead of his older brother, because the fact is, both Yuri and Ryan are the exact same hat, only Ryan is the romantic version of Yuri. So they are exactly the same. They are the winter event hat of 2015 and 2016 off the top of my head. So they actually are the same, just a dreaming and or a romantic and a normal version. So I made those 2 twins. So they are so that Ryan is a little younger. He's still in school, actually, and he has enrolled himself into the police academy. And yeah, so I kind of made his story a little different, just to make things work for me a little bit better. And now, with having changed his story, I actually quite like him, and I don't even think about selling him anymore. So those changes have been for the better, so to say. And let me check. Did I tell you everything about new characters and reshells and oh no, I missed one. I together with the Switch Tail, I'm still struggling with that name, please forgive me. But I bought another Switch hat, which was a Switch Rion R head. And initially I wanted him to become Jules, which is one of the band members of Brandon. But I kind of failed with reshelling 2 of my band boys. I mean, you already know what happened to Brandon. Total Michelle, he's not even here anymore. But that Rion R head, it just wasn't working for Jules as well. It was a complete utter failure for me buying those 2 heads. I don't know what went wrong, because I felt like I've done all my research right. Because when I buy a new doll, I always look at owner pics, I look at company pictures to see what the potential is of those heads, what I could possibly make of them. And usually I have a pretty good feeling about the potential of the head. I just kind of missed the nail by a million miles with these 2, and they just didn't work at all. So yeah, you know what happened to the other Switch head, but I was still left with the Rion R head, and it just didn't work for Jules. Not even close. Especially also because the Theo head and the Rion R head, they are like 2 different sizes. Rion R is like a size bigger than the other one, so that didn't work together at all. Not even close. Oh my god, it was such a failure. And at first, I actually wanted to keep the Tejo and wanted to sell the Rion R head. But for some reason, this weekend, everything went upside down and all the plans changed, because I talked about it with my best friend and she was interested in buying one of them. Initially, she wanted to buy the Rion R head, and we talked about it a little because she had a character in mind that she wanted to shell in one of those, in that head. But that didn't quite work well, and one way or another, I'm not sure exactly how it happened, but we ended up, she ended up buying the Theo head from me, and I was left with the Rion R head. And I am actually going to shell a character into him that I actually wasn't planning on shelling anytime soon, but things happen, and that character is Caleb. He is also part of that band that I mentioned before, actually the same band as Jules and Brandon. And but I decided to kind of pull him away from that band for the time being, as Brandon and Jules are nowhere near anything coming in soon, because plans for this year, for this new year, 2018, have kind of changed, as I won't be buying any more dolls, at least until L-Doll this year. So I have to save all my money. Save. So, yeah, what I decided is to kind of pull Caleb away from that band. And initially, maybe I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the band in the end. But for now, I decided that it is better for me to pull Caleb away from the band, make him a full-time tattoo artist like he was also part-time in that band. He did that part-time. So he's going to do that in a full-time situation, and he is actually in a me and my best friend kind of got talking. He's in a relationship with one of my best friend's dolls. And I've kind of also figured out that before I had this Rion R head and wanted to shell someone in it, Caleb was a human. Just straight up normal human. But I decided I need more connections within my crew for this doll to work. And I decided that he would work best with the wolf crew, the wolf part, the werewolves. So he is going to be part of Rowan's pack. Well, actually Phelan, but Phelan is not here yet. Phelan is the alpha, Rowan is beta. So he's going to be part of that crew. So he's gonna have all sorts of connections, like with Rowan. It's gonna have Bentley, and initially, in the end, Phelan is coming sometime, I'm not sure where, but he has a whole lot of more connections now within that crew. So yeah, but the only thing that I'm not sure about, and that's why I said Caleb Brave in the beginning of this video, is I don't think Caleb really fits the mold. That's the only thing I am a little bit unsure about. So I know he is going to get that character, but I'm not sure if he's going to keep that name. That's the only thing I'm a little bit, unsure about. But, yeah, so as soon as I figured that out, and he is going to get his own new Dolly introduction video, and I will tell you all about his name, the rest of his character, and the whole shebang. So, yeah, what else do I have to tell you? I have a few dolls incoming as well. I told you that at the beginning of the video. I have 2 dolls coming in right now. I have a second Monody Rich Head coming in, because, oh my god, that mole is just so beautiful. And I actually had a second character that fit that head perfectly, and it's been a struggle for me trying to decide what because I already got a Monody Rich Head, for those who didn't know, which is Alex. And I had 2 characters that actually fit that mold perfectly, and ever since I've got that head, I've been struggling with which of the 2 characters I wanted to shell into that Monody head. But yeah, in the end I just realized that I just have to get 2, because I needed a second head to just shell both characters, because I knew deep down that that head was meant to be both Alex and that other character. Who that other character is, I'm not going to tell you yet. I'm gonna keep that a secret until he gets here, so I can make a nice little video about that and keep some surprises for you. But yeah, I've got a Monody Rich Head coming in. The second one I have incoming, which was actually shipped today, is an Eileen doll little Plapico dragon. And I am so excited about that. I've always wanted one of those cute little dragons, but I never really got around to buying them, and for some reason I kept saying, no, I don't need a dragon. No, I don't need one. Oh my god, no, I don't need one. I wanted, because I've already had my bunnies, my Kokoriang bunnies on the wish list as well. I don't need that many of those animal dolls. That's not necessary. You don't need that until they came out with the plastic version. And those, for you who don't know, they really have a really nice price. They are not cheap, not expensive at all. They are, what did I pay? Like $35 or something, including shipping. They are not expensive at all. They are really, really cheap, and they are absolutely adorable. So yeah, I just caved and I bought one, and it is coming in. It has been shipped, and I can't wait for it to get here. So yeah, I've got 2 dolls still coming in, and I have one other kind of small little note that I wanted to say, is that you guys know my Kokoriang Peppy bunny, which I usually before named Sniffles. I kind of changed his name a little so he would fit with the other names, because I kind of already have a name for my little Eileen doll dragon. And I have my other bunny, my Kokoriang Toby, which is named Cookie. And my little dragon will be named Skittles. And then I had like 2 food names, and Sniffles felt a little off to me, so I kind of renamed him to Oreo. So I have 2 bunnies who are named Oreo and Cookie, and I have a little dragon that will be named Skittles. And my best friend also bought a little dragon, and she is going to name her little dragon Sprinkles. So we have Oreo, Cookie, Sprinkles, and Skittles. So yeah, that's why I kind of changed Sniffles' name into Oreo, because I kind of like that. So that was the last thing on my list. I've made it through all of them. I hope I was able to make sense. And oh my god, this video is long. I'm so sorry about that. Like I said, I had a lot of updates for you. But I have told every single one of them to you. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. You know the drill. If you like this video, if you like what I'm doing, then please like, subscribe, comment, click on the notification bell. You guys are freaking awesome. I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Have a lovely day, guys. Bye-bye.